Hey guys, welcome to the late programming tutorial based on 8051 microcontroller. My name is Chandan Khanal and I'll show you how to do simple LED blinking programming based on 8051 microcontroller, okay? Right, for this I'm gonna use simple two softwares. The first one is Microcontroller-Tutorial, which is a simple compiler, and another is Proteus, which is a simulator. Well, before jump to the code directly, let's see our objective first, right? Right, this one is the schematic diagram for LED blinking tutorial. The microcontroller, this one, used over here is 8089C51, or you can use 8089S51 or S52 series also. Well, I'm not gonna through all the pin description of this microcontroller, but yes, I'll be covering the ports that have been used in this tutorial, right? Okay, the ports that have been used here are P1, that is from pin P1.0 to P1.7. Similarly, port 2, that is P2.0 to P2.7, and another last one, P3, port 3, that is from P3.0 to P3.7, right? Similarly, there are 8 switches. The switches connected to the port 1. The main purpose of connecting these switches is just to make the state on or off, right? Now we can see the 8 LEDs here placed vertically are connected to the port 2, this port, and I have connected these LEDs for blinking purpose, and the LEDs placed horizontally are connected to the port 3 to show glowing or not glowing state based on the switches that has been closed or open. Okay, let's play this project. See, the all LEDs are blinking. Yes, you can see over here the LEDs connected to the port 2 are blinking, and the LEDs connected to the port 3 are just glowing, because all the switches connected to the port 1 is closed. Now let's see what happens when I open this switch. See, this LED is not blinking, and the LED, this one, is not glowing also. Let's check it out. Making another switch open. Yes, this LED is not blinking, and similarly this LED is not glowing. Likewise, we can check all the conditions by making this switch on or off. This is simply the schematic diagram for the LED blinking tutorial. Now let's check out the code for this one. Alright, here is the code for LED blinking program. Well, for this a little bit knowledge on C programming is necessary. Okay, right, let's get into this thoroughly. The first line here is just a header file for 8051 microcontroller. From line 3 to line 10, the individual pin of port 1 has been defined using macros like pin P1.0 as input 1, P1.1 as input 2, and so on. If we recall the demo, these input pins, that is port 1, is connected to the 8 switches, right? So that we could input the controller either 1 or 0 using these switches. Similarly, from line 12 to 19, the individual pin has been defined like P2.0 as output 1, P2.1 as output 2, and so on. As we know, port 2 is used for blinking LED, right? So all the LEDs for blinking purpose are connected to the port 2, right? Likewise, I have defined individual pin of port 3 from line 21 to 28. Alright, just like P3.0 as OP1, P3.1 as op2, p3.2 as op3, and so on. Okay, we have got a function declaration over here, that is delay, in line 30. Okay, the purpose of this function is just to create some sort of delay. Now let's get into the main function. Here I have defined all the input and output pins as 0, which we can say the initial conditions of our ports. Alright, here another statement is while. This while is used for looping. That means the statement inside this loop will continue till the microcontroller is in on state. Now inside this I have created a condition to check all the pins of port 1, that is pin P1.0 to P1.7, because our switches are connected to the port 1 in order to blink and glow the LEDs that are connected to the port 2 and port 3, right? These are the conditions, overall conditions. Let's see. Okay, what does this statement do? Here, if input 1 equals to 1, that means if our pin P1.0 is 1 or high, then our output 1, that is P2.0, will be high, right? Then the delay function is called, where I have passed a parameter 1. In function definition of delay, that is here, the parameter that has been passed during function call will be stored in our defined variable, that is time. And inside the function, the two for loops are used, I must say, in order to waste the time of the controller, right? After that, the pin P2.0 will go low, and again there is some sort of delay, right? And finally we have make our pin P3.0 high. This will cause the LED connected to this pin go high. Okay, these are the conditions if the switch connected to the pin P1.0 is high. Now let's see what happens when the switch connected to the P1.0 is low. Here, if that pin is low, then simple, the respective output pins, that is P1, P2.0 and P3.0, go low. Yep. Well, it's almost done. Now do these conditions for all the remaining input pins, that is P1.1 to P1.7. Yes, you can see over here, if another input pin, that is P1.1, goes high, then output 2, that is P2.1, will go high, and there is a delay again, that P2.1 goes low, and there is another delay, and finally P3.1 will go high. Similarly, if that input pin is low, then both the output will be low. Just do it for all the input pins like I have done here. And yes, finally, if there is any condition beside these all, then do nothing. Just do nothing. Alright? Okay guys, this is all for our LED blinking tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Do post your comment, do subscribe, so that it would be easier for me to correct my mistakes, right? Okay, we'll see you on next tutorial. Take care. Bye bye.